Hi, I'm Kendra Onixxx.
And I'm Mayday. And you're watching the Boulet Brothers Dragula, Season 5, Episode 9 and 10. BOUview! Mama.
We're back again for the last time this season.
But we're done.
We're done. The season's over. Finito.
Yeah.
This is going to be our last review for a while. We're moving. We're doing things. And this is our temporary studio right now.
Thank you to our sister.
Thank you to our sister, Miss Diva Dean. She'll be down here.
And she's right there,
She's right there, for real. But she'll be down here. So yeah. Next time you see us, we're in a brand new studio.
Maybe something bigger.
God willing. Let's go ahead and get into the Last Supper, girl. So what were some of your favorite looks?
For sure, my standout is definitely Onixxx.
Yes.
I don't know if she already had that in her closet ready to go, or was this something that was like, okay, this is going to be my Last Supper dress. But baby.
Yeah, she ate. She came to eat.
A fully realized look. I was like, God damn.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
Which is the way to do it. You know, she was the first out, which it's even more
unfortunate.
Yeah, it's even more unfortunate, especially after her bringing that. I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, she definitely impressed me, and she slayed for me. She really slayed.
I thought everybody's look was pretty good. I'm gonna be real. One of my favorites, of course, was JK. I thought JK looked stunned, minus the little small pitchfork. But other than that, I loved everything that they did.
And that mug is really,
it's always stamped. It's really stamped. Always stamped. The color saturation is impeccable.
Stamped. We said we were leaving that behind in 2023, baby.
Your life is here to stay. You hear me? Stay.
Do y'all love it?
I also really like Jarvis's look.
I honestly can't really recall.
Whoa.
I did really enjoy Blackberries. I thought it was good.
Okay.
Like I said, the bitch spends money on her outfit.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
I did like Anna's too. Anna's look was good.
But yeah,
and that's it.
And
no, I'm just playing.
Cheers to that.
I thought Satana's look was really good. She had her little demon baby with her, and then her signature like face piece. I don't like. It's not a headpiece, but it's like a face piece. I think that's very signature for her.
It is. It is, and she's been doing that since again. Like,
yeah,
that's what I fell in love with. Every time ever since I followed her and loved her drag, because she was very inventive with the headpieces and stuff like that. I want one. I'll pick it up.
Satana, you know where we live.
I'm local.
You know where we live.
I'll buy it.
You could give me one.
I'll buy it. So besides me looking for Onixxx, there's also something that was really beautiful and amazing.
Mm-hmm.
She came out as trans.
Yes.
It took her being on Dragula and really rediscovering herself again to, come to full realization of who she really is.
And it takes a lot of courage, not only to come out as trans, but to come out as trans on national television.
Yeah.
So, I mean, kudos to her.
Yes.
That's my sis. Love her.
Nothing but the best.
We talked about some of our favorite looks. So, which looks did you not really like?
Oh, I'm glad you asked.
We might have the same one.
As we know, Onixxx came out as a woman.
A woman,
and so did Throb Zombie.
Child.
I guess we're all coming out as women.
I respect Throb as an artist, and I respect Throb in the 4th position of the top 4. However, that look, it was bad. It was just a basic dress.
It was, and I wouldn't like.
I mean, I love a dress.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's the Last Supper. Maybe they were like, okay, let me be comfortable.
Evening gown, I get it. You're gonna do an evening gown for the Last Supper. However,
but if you marketed yourself as a drag king, and she even said it time and time again that she was a drag king, I don't know. I would have liked to see that drag king persona sitting down comfortably, showing us their two faces.
Child, you got me on that one. Yeah. Look, I don't even know what to say. Hold on. It's not even that they came out as a woman or female presenting, however you want to say it, for the Last Supper. I just feel like they were like, you know what? This is what I got. This is what I'm wearing. There was no care to that outfit at all for me.
No, very, very much so. But just because you're in the finale doesn't mean that you could just be like, oh, bitch.
You can't just phone it home. Everybody got mad at JK for phoning it home the first episode, but then you want to phone it home at the end.
I guess we know how she feels about the finale.
Well, speaking of, let's go ahead and get into that motherfucker.
No, before...
Shit.
Before we get into the finale, I just really want to say and make this clear that when me, a brown person, is saying that a person is acting Caucasian, and then they sit in the Last Supper and act exactly like what I called it, don't come for me. And let me explain. Because time and time again, who was she dog walking from the beginning? Fantasia? Was she not?
Mm-hmm.
Who was she all up on sisterly brotherly love, and then dog walked them in the Last Supper?
My husband.
Where is that throb zombie that you showed us from the beginning? Because as soon as supposedly the competition started, that's when you wanted to flip the switch. And I'm sorry. And I'm gonna be 100%. I'm not saying that it's every white person, but isn't it funny that it's always the white person that starts it?
You know what? And let's go ahead and get into this finale. So the top 4 are Blackberry, Neo Hulu, Orgotic, and Throb Zombie. So let's go ahead and get into this finale.
Let's go.
So the first tenant is filth. So let's go ahead and get into Orgotic's look. Pull it up.
I'm gonna just say it right off the bat. We're gonna go one by one, but I'm gonna say it right off the bat. The filth category for me was a chop.
Yeah.
It was a complete chop. I'm gonna just prefix it, or however you say it. I'm gonna start it off with that. But yeah, Orgotic, not filth. Visually, I get what it was. I'm assuming it was like a turd from South Park and now it talks.
It was Mr. Hanky.
It was, right?
No, it was a slug.
See, I got turd.
It was what's her name? The one that is like the queen of Halloween. She used to be a model.
No, I know what it is.
Heidi Klum.
It's the shit that's in the Teletubby toilet bowl.
I'm gonna fuck you. Did you really not like it that much?
I didn't like any of them. I'm being flat out. I didn't like none of them. I didn't like none of them because I don't care about the look. Like, what they need to understand and what we've seen from previous seasons, that yeah, obviously your look has to match the story that you're gonna tell, but at the end of the day, it's performance. And how can you make me be like, oh my god, oh, that's disgusting? Then none of them gave me that. Orgotic did not give me that. He couldn't even gag himself.
And let alone gag anybody else. I feel like if Orgotic would have just covered himself in slime because he was trying to be a slug, and then just had, why does nobody want to have a snail trail on the stage? I've been asking for a snail trail all season.
We have one right now.
I mean, hey, we did get loaded. Double pump. But, but I mean, we know that he doesn't have a gag reflex.
Huh.
Neo, you are a lucky woman.
So, yeah. So, Orc, hit her up.
Oh yeah, I'll make you throw up.
Out of your dick.
Oh my god. Okay, so what do you give Orc? I'm gonna do one.
It's just because it just...
I mean, there was a concept, there was a thought. Was it great, grand, amazing? You know what? Hey.
Sorry. Next up, we have Blackberry. And like I said, once again, not filth for me.
Okay, so I get what she was going for. Possums are disgusting. I get that 100%. They crawl in the trash. They eat trash. One, the prosthetic fell off.
Immediately. As she was walking, I saw that because I was like, wait, is this supposed to be like detached from her face? Kind of like as a fashion piece?
It looked like if, like, you know how like the duckbills and stuff, like had like a drawstring? That's what it kind of looked like to me. I don't know if it was like a prosthetic that was made by someone or if it was one of those string ones. Two, if you're rolling and rummaging through the trash, you should be dirty.
As fuck.
Like, look nasty. Like when you see a possum in is it an opossum or a possum? When you see one of them damn animals, they look gross, like sticky. Like some of the fur should have been like kind of spiked, dirty. Yeah. Like I wanted to smell this character from the screen and I didn't.
Absolutely. And
I wish you would have ate trash instead of a fish.
Yeah, you ate a fish. I was like, oh, the possum is a pescatarian.
Like, you know, like banana peels, like even throw a dirty diaper in there. And if she would have had like the little babies on the back, because you know how they carry carry the babies on the back.
It wasn't filth. Like it got to the surface level. I wanna see Vander Van Odd type shit eating your vomit. I wanna see
bitch pudding, cleaning the floor and drinking that motherfucking water.
Ass water. Take me there. You ate a fish. Baby, the homeless person on the street is eating better than that fucking possum.
Oh my God.
Like, I'm sorry. They have phones in their hands now. Mm-hmm. You're going to eat a fish? No, baby. I want to see you eat a diaper full of
mierda.
A baby that ate corn.
Mierda con elote.
Mierda. Like, I want filth. I'm sorry. Like, this was a chop.
Even when Landon did, like, it was like a full story when Landon did it. And it was like, I could smell that room. It was like, you could smell the dry cum, the dirty socks, the filthy ass underwear. You could smell it. It was filthy. This was like, if filth was
a pescatarian,
a diet drink. Once again, it goes back to what I always said. It's edging us. Blackberry has been edging us. Edging?
Blackberry and a diet drink, I don't feel like that goes in the same sentence.
No, that's mean. That is so mean. But it's like if I wanted to go get, because I'm a Pepsi girl. If I wanted to drink a Pepsi.
You're a Pepsi girl?
I love Pepsi. I'm black.
I don't really see you drink soda.
I'm not a real big soda drinker.
That's news to me.
Yeah, but if I want a cola beverage, I would reach for a Pepsi. And it's like if I reach for a Pepsi, I was like, "Ooh, this Pepsi about to be good." And then it's the RC Cola.
Oh yeah.
Once it gets to my lips, I'm like, "No, ma'am, I wanted a motherfucking Pepsi." You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is not what we asked for.
This is RC Cola.
Very RC Cola.
Not even RC Cola. This is Shasta.
No.
This is 99-cent Shasta.
Hold on, because...
Not the cola. Now the Tiki Punch Shasta. Delicious.
Shasta be slapping.
Not a cola. Not the cola.
When you're poor times, a Shasta will slap. But...
I'm just mourning Blackberry's idea. So next up is Throb Zombie. And what did you think about their look?
I didn't get... This one was, for me, like, absolutely 100% not filth.
Okay.
I mean, you know me. I love someone that is provocative and sexy, and is exuding just sexual energy. But for this category, was not necessary at all. I don't understand why they decided to go that route, especially because they have marketed themselves as a drag king.
But even though they market themselves as a drag king, even though they marketed themselves as a drag king, they have still sold sex appeal as a drag king.
Exactly. But if you're coming into this competition saying, "Oh my God, I'm so glad there's a drag king here like me. I'm here to represent for all the drag kings in the world. Drag king this, drag king that." And then for the finale, you're giving me woman, which there's nothing wrong. Don't get me wrong. But I was a little bit confusion, like, what's going on?
I get what you're saying.
And you're gonna shower yourself and bathe yourself with soapy water? Ooh, so filthy. I must be fucking disgusting because I take full-on showers.
I liked the drawing of this look because I actually have it saved. I forgot what the artist's name is. We'll figure it out. We'll put it down here somewhere.
Wasn't it original though?
It was originally drawn by somebody else, yeah. Because I do have this look. This look was based on the Fascinator challenge on Drag Race. And the artist drew the drain as the fascinator, and then the hair was draped around the body, but it was like glued on the body to look like a garment. And this was a horrible attempt at recreating that.
But what was the filth about it?
It is really nasty. Have you ever cleaned a drain? You did. You have. Don't forget. You know, right? And like when you pull that long hair out of the drain and it's just like crud and old soap, maybe some cum all on it, that's gross to me.
But I didn't get that.
I didn't either.
I just got like...
I got a sexy...
Yeah, like, oh, I'm taking a shower and I'm hot and bothered.
That's what I got.
She may be homeless because she doesn't have that many clothes on her body. I don't know.
It was a failed attempt in my opinion.
It was a very failed attempt. It wasn't filth. And listen, I'm not on Dragula. Do I know what filth really is? No, but from what I've seen from season 1, I'm talking about season 1 and season 2 and on, this is not filth. What other people have showed has been 100% filth.
Because we're supposed to be, not we, because I haven't made it that far once again, because I know somebody in the comments could be like, she calls to go home third, so suck a dick. They have been showing a more elevated each season of each category. This is not elevated at all.
I mean, come on. She won the filth category.
She won Sid Scoops.
She did.
If she would have just, I would have been happy if she brought Sid Scoops back instead of this.
Honey, scoop something out of your cooch.
Cuchara.
Yeah. I don't know. It was for me a big miss, and I'm gonna give it a big También, honey. So next up we have, lastly, in our filth category, BOUview. And filth, nowhere to be found for me.
Her look was visually appealing.
Yes, always.
It was thought-provoking. She wanted to play on the stereotypes of her culture, which I get. You know what I mean? But you also have to understand that Hoso, when they did filth, it was filthy.
It was.
It was very, very filthy. So how do I say this? Every time I see Neo, I always see it like, okay, let me jump into their mind. Let me get into their brain. Absolutely.
And see it from their perspective. Like I said, I don't know. I haven't done it. I don't do filthy shit. But from my impression of what filth is, it's like, it's I feel like it should be easy to understand. I don't have to think about it. I don't need to think about it. It should automatically be like, ew, that's disgusting.
Nasty, it's grotesque.
I should not have to think about the social commentary because it needs to be slapping me in my face like that pig dick that you had in down there.
It was a real pig foot. That's nasty. I don't like those. Do you eat pata?
I don't. But it's not enough for me to be like, oh, ew, she had a pig feet in her crotch. Ew, sick. It didn't give me that. It gave me editorial. It gave me, which is wonderful. Not for this category.
I agree.
Not for this category.
So what do you give Neo?
Just because I love her and, you know, everything that she's done has been like amazing.
Fuck. You made me spit. I'm gonna do 1 only because it was visually appealing.
It was. No, absolutely.
For me.
But there was no filth. There was no filth.
I'm doing 1.
There was no filth. And I love you, Neo.
So ultimately, I feel like this category was a 100 complete miss.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was as dead as that fish that Blackberry was eating.
It was dead on arrival.
Dead on arrival.
It was dead on arrival.
And it's really upsetting because the filth category has been on a steady decline for me.
Really?
I mean, can you top Vander eating his own vomit? Can you top bitch pudding?
So that would be an incline then.
No, it started off strong and then it went down.
I thought
a steady decline.
I think it's going up, in my opinion.
I don't think with this.
No.
Filth. I'm talking about filth.
Yeah, me too. I'm not talking about this one. I'm talking about Vander doing the throw up. Yes. Bitch put him up on the floor, drinking the water. That's an incline, mama. And then season 3, fucking Landon with that scene. Oh, what?
It was a scene.
I loved it.
It was a fully realized scene.
I loved it. And then Dali with the clown porn scene. What?
Sorry.
Wowzers. Well, I thought everyone did good, but this one was the roller coaster
down. Mm-hmm.
But,
yeah, for me this was very much New York. You're clicking, but you're clicking down.
Oh my God! Shut up! Shut your mouth. We're moving on.
So, second category is horror. First up, BOUview, and
I like this look. I do. Once again, it's visually appealing, but also once again, it's not horrifying. I get that. I think little me, little Contampton, little Onixxx, that she's going for a Chinese demon.
Yeah.
And I do like the bone. To me, it looks like a little bone dress. I'm sure she screen printed it herself. And then underneath is like another garment that looks like veins and shit. And I do like the inches. I like the inches. I know some people didn't like the wig. I liked it.
I liked it. I liked it for the effect. I think what she was trying to achieve was what I saw, which was like the inches and it all getting in her way, and it kind of like she kind of incorporated it into the whole performance. I got that. I didn't mind that either. The Boulets were even saying, "Oh, it was a cheap little wig." I didn't mind that. I didn't mind that at all.
I've never seen a cheap wig that long.
But it was very plasticky. You could tell. What I didn't like was that even though she did have like the bone structure and all of that, it still gave me cocktail dress. And there was something that that really bothered me because it just, like I said, she had the whole 3D printed bone thing, but the fact that it ended right here, like right at her hips, and I don't know. It gave me like, I don't know. It just gave me like cocktail dress, ready to go out to party. Because baby, we know you go to West Hollywood. There's some bitch that's wearing something like that.
Something like that, or just a cocktail dress?
Like a little cocktail dress,
okay,
but maybe like a little bone design thing, not 3D printed. Maybe
in West Hollywood.
Maybe. Where in West
maybe
Hollywood?
After this.
Maybe after this.
Maybe after this. But once again, Hulu is saying that she's the future of drag. So this is also something that I have never seen before. You know what I mean? For me,
it's very inventive. I'll give her that. It just, I don't think it was fully realized or effective as what she thought it was gonna be.
Okay.
Time and time again, every time I see her looks, I'm like, wow, I want to see a movie. Wow, I want to see this in a fashion spread. Wow, I want to see a music video with this 100% all around it. This didn't take me to the world that she usually takes me in. Like it just gave me, I don't know, it just gave me
man.
It gave me man.
I could see this in a fashion spread though.
Yes.
I could definitely see that in a fashion spread.
Something about it being a cocktail dress for some reason just really bothered me, and it just didn't work for me. I mean, like I said, 3D printed skeleton body down, the whole mask was sickening. It was just, I felt like it was a lot of elements that just didn't really like flow and work together.
Okay.
I'm gonna just say that. But I mean, overall, I thought it was safe. I'm not gonna say it was bad, but I thought it was safe.
So what are you gonna give her?
I'm gonna give it a thumb up.
Same.
Thumb up. Inches.
For the inches. So next up is Blackberry. And what did you think about her look?
In a shocking turn of events, I lived.
No, same.
I lived because, and I'm gonna give a reference. I normally don't give a reference. Cheers to this.
I know. Wait, it's only cheers if you could get if I get the reference.
I feel like you're gonna get it. This look gave me, like, if there was not a 13th ghost, but a 14th.
Okay. Salute.
Yeah, I know that movie.
And if you don't know that movie, stop watching Dragula immediately. Go watch that movie and then tune back up.
Because even I know that movie.
Huh. Gia probably know that movie.
Huh. Yeah, this was it for me. Like this was for the first time. This was something that Blackberry did where it took me to a world that they were trying to portray. Like I saw this in a movie, like, you know, this was a villain. This was some scary, like, final boss type shit, you know? And it was horror for me. You know, there was stones in there, but the drag queen in me lived for that.
Yeah.
You know, I know the Boulets were like one of the Boulets was not living for it. I was, huh?
I said I love stones.
Me too. I don't use it all the time, but I make sure I use it tonight. I live for it. I live for it because I feel like that gave the authentic Blackberry touch.
Yes. And for me, it gave me 100% help. Oh, excuse me.
Take a shot.
Lord. So in Hellraiser, when the lament configuration is completed and you get your prize, it's usually, obviously, they're gonna like tear you the fuck up, you know? So like chains come from everywhere and then rip you apart. And that's what it gave me. The only things that I would have changed from this, I would have made the skin pieces a little more distressed.
Like more skin-like.
Like more skin-like. And I also would have had actual chains instead of bungee cords.
Oh.
And I probably would have had red heels on. Why not throw on a red stone heel?
This bitch said, it's not a magnifying glass, but this bitch said,
like, but you know what I mean? And then also it was like the face was like twisted and contorted. So I really didn't know where the eyes were, where the mouth was, which was still cool.
Yeah.
But I needed a focal point to focus on.
Yeah.
And I also wish the whole contraption that she was in, the sex pig dungeon sex swing, was more not looking exactly like PVC pipe. Like it could have been, she could have sprayed it with like, they have spray paint that looks like stone. She could have sprayed it with that and like throw some more flesh on it so you don't see the wheels. Like take me all the way there.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree on you with that because, like I said, it took me there. But those things that you just mentioned, it would have really was like, oh, like this bitch is really getting pulled from her skin.
Oh yes,
this bitch is really, you know, like all that. I get that 100%. But she got there.
Oh yeah, it was
she
good.
got there. She got there enough for me, but I do get that, and especially for the finale. Like every detail matters.
Every single minute detail matters. You didn't get to the finale because you don't look at details.
You have to.
So every single thing is gonna be picked apart, and that is what it is.
But I mean, for overall, I think this bitch really showed her pussy out with this.
Yes.
And I'm so glad and thankful that it took me there, and I want you to know, like this, like your
Blackberry just shut me up.
It really, yeah, me too.
I'll say that
because this whole season and composition, to me, she really didn't really show that horror and that grit that you've been saying. And for this,
I would say that her when she did the trash can kid. I thought that was cute. It was horror. It was gritty. It was nasty. I liked it.
But you called it cute.
True. Okay.
It wasn't bad, but it didn't take me there.
But the cars were supposed to be cute.
They were, but the challenge was also supposed to be filth, and it wasn't filthy. This one though, I'm gonna be honest. You slay, mama. Slayed the house down.
I'm gonna do two. You slay, bitch.
Next up, we have Orc Gothic. And I feel like their horror was an amalgamation.
Okay.
Of
college.
All their looks that they have done this season in one. And by that, I mean, those crutches, I've used them before.
Mother's used them before.
The tentacles, I'm gonna put them on my feet this time and on my hands. The cellophane, bitch, I got it at Costco in bulk. Stop playing with me. I didn't like it.
I did.
Tell me why you liked it.
It gave me... Have you seen House of a Thousand Corpses?
No.
Okay, so there's a character. His name is Tiny. And he's like burnt. I feel like I've given this reference for Orgotic before. But he was burnt. He was super tall. And he would walk like all hunched. It gave me him 100%. Like he walked out for me. He walked out scary, spooky. He gave me, for me, horror. I liked it. I liked it.
I'll echo on that. It for sure gave me horror. I think them out this whole season, they have
horror every time. Element, no matter what it was.
For sure. What bothered me the most was that it was clearly regurgitation of items and products that they have already used. We said it before, there is no problem with you recycling, reusing, creating things out of nothing. There's no problem with that. But when you are on Dragula or in any drag competition on television,
in the finals,
worldwide on the finals, I'm sorry, but you gotta expand that brain, that really crazy cuckoo brain of yours, you gotta expand it and give us nothing we've seen before in this challenge in particular.
But what I will commend him in is that all of the things he's worn this season, he's made. You know what I mean?
No.
So you can only do as much as your skill set will allow.
Absolutely.
So for him, he said it before, like he came there with nothing. He came there with what he had. And for him to manifest himself in the Final Four, and he is there doing it, you have to applaud him for that.
You do have to applaud it.
Like you have to.
You do have to applaud it. But I don't know if anyone has seen Legendary on HBO Max. It's not there anymore. But the last season, Keke Palmer said something that was very profound, and she said that once.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Almighty of Nazareth.
Keke Palmer has said in Legendary,
after she told Law that he was tired,
that was sickening. But another thing that was sickening was she said that one struggles does not trump the other.
True.
Which means that regardless if you are shit broke or you have all the money in the world, when you come and when you assert yourself in a competition,
level playing field.
It's a level playing field. And as much as I want to commend you on your creativeness and everything, when it comes to the finale, I don't care. I want to see something that just blows my mind. And even if you have to use things that you have used before, I don't want to immediately clock it. I don't want to clock it.
Okay.
Because me as a viewer, I am going to clock it. Just as much as everyone clocked it, just as much as the Boulets clocked it. Because they did.
Okay.
Did they give me horror? Absolutely.
Yeah.
And for that...
Was that the brief?
That was a brief. But like I've said, if I go into a drag show and I see someone wearing an up to wig and I see your real hair showing in the back, the illusion is lost for me. Same goes for here. If I'm like, oh girl, I remember those tentacles when you wore them with that trench coat and you wore that human centipede, clocked.
Which we loved
prior, when you already did it before and we've never seen it before. And now I'm clocking you because I've seen it before. And I know that sounds, in a way that sounds shallow and whatever, but I'm speaking as a viewer and as someone that is seeing it objectively as at face value. Mm-hmm. And the reason why we're doing this review show is because this is how I'm seeing it as face value. I've seen it before, and it's gonna take me out of the illusion because I'm like, I remember that, and I remember that. Like there is ways where you could use your things and shape it or whatever you gotta do.
Cut it up.
Yeah, whatever you gotta do. So those little things just kind of take me out of the illusion, and for me that was just kind of like the misstep.
Okay.
But overall, horror down, down.
Horror monster down for me.
The crutches, I didn't understand why.
Why not?
Why not? Okay, fine. Why not?
So you know what are you gonna give them? You have to leave them on.
A vampire with one tooth? Why not? Why not? So what are we giving it?
This, I'm giving him a thumb up. I am.
I'm giving it a thumb up, just because it's horror. But I just want to see where I'm coming from. Do you see where I'm coming from?
I get what you're saying, 100%.
Call me crazy. But
hey, okay, you know what? You want to go with the vampire with no tooth? There's a whole book series on vampires with no fangs.
Twilight.
Yes, that is very successful. Am I right or am I wrong?
You can't tell me that we were all confused when
am I right?
Found out
Or am I wrong?
I'm sure we were all collectively confused that they were all shining glittery in the sun. We were all collectively confused.
So I am right.
I am right too. I'm collectively confused. But horror down.
Yes. So next up is Throb Zombie. And for me, little old me, little old Kendra, little old Kenneth Hampton, I fucking hated this look.
I'm gonna have to piggyback on that.
I didn't understand the story. I didn't understand the look. I thought this was glamorous to me.
You know what it was for me? Without the belly, it gave me Katie Heron at what?
Oh, it was an ex-wife? Yeah!
It was Katie Heron.
Movie reference.
I'm coming with all the references.
Ooh, and a shot for y'all.
Exactly. Didn't it give you Mean Girls, Katie Heron?
Now that you say that, yes. But I just want to know what this look was supposed to be. Like, what is horrifying about this? That she has a chastity belt on? That she's a virgin? Is that horrible?
Maybe a pregnant woman in Texas that couldn't get an abortion.
Maybe. You know, that's horrible for them.
It's horrible.
But I didn't.
But it's how I said with Phil. Maybe it's with horror as well. If you really gotta think about it, you failed. For me. I feel like horror, it's self-explanatory.
It's the easiest one.
It's self-explanatory.
I wanted crimson. I wanted blood. I wanted to see somebody dying. I wanted to see you dripping. I wanted to be horrified.
And let's go back to when Throb Zombie did that country bumpkin serial killer with the that was horror down.
Horror.
Down. And then
and then you give me this in the finals?
Yes. You like what?
This is the last impression that I have of you in my mind. And this is what I'm left with.
It wasn't there for me. It wasn't.
This is wild. I am legitimately baffled.
Me too. And we might sound like Hater Nation right here, but listen, it wasn't it. It wasn't it. I'm
not a hater at all.
You get the brief. It literally is gonna say, give us filth, give us horror, and give us glamour. Like, you don't gotta think twice about it. You don't gotta if you about that,
I feel like
gonna give
any Dragula monster that lives, breathes, sleeps Dragula, that Dragula is in their veins, they can go to sleep and think of a horror look.
Multiple.
You know what I mean? Like, that for us is not hard. Or let me rephrase, that for us shouldn't be hard.
Mm-mm. Because you should know.
So I'm puzzled.
Yeah, I'm puzzled too, because I feel like out of everyone, I feel like Throb would have had the knowledge and the references and everything. You know, girl, you are an encyclopedia of knowledge and movie
especially
references.
For somebody to say you're not a monster.
Exactly.
And then you come out in a wig, a pregnant belly, a burlesque robe, chains with a lock on your pussy, and no shoes for horror category. But then you want to say Fantasia's not a horror? Fantasia, Royale, Gaga, Saint Pasquale Jeju,
Sanchez,
De Grogno. It's crazy.
Gregoño. Baffled. I'm gonna go the same. Damn, we really don't like this.
They phoned it in for the finale. I don't know if they ran out of steam
or materials. I don't
know if they were just talking like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make it to the finals. I know I am, and really didn't believe they were gonna make it to the finals. But like, This is not a finals I'm looking at.
And surprisingly, I feel like Blackberry is really the one that...
Blackberry came in and knew she was going to go all the way to the end.
Yeah, like, Blackberry was really like, bitch, I'm going to go in.
Like...
I'm going to go in. To me, so far, they're the ones that are really, like, pulling all the stops. Obviously, Neo Huru as well. Like, without a doubt. Without a doubt. But there was a lot of miss marks. But this one, I'm sorry, but I expected more.
I you know that I love this series to my bones,
girl.
And I have always watched the finale. You know what? Let's do Glamour, and then I'll give my final thoughts.
But Throb,
yeah. If I had more, it would be more. Deadass. Okay, so next up is Glamour. And not only did they have to show their glamour look, but they had to do a lip sync on stage to Destroy Everything You Touch by Ladytron. Something that me and Ladytron have in common.
Very.
Because I destroy everything I touch.
Very.
Let's hope it's true. Oof. Damn. When my powers don't work. So.
Look at her room. In drag.
Look at your room.
It's clean.
Is it?
I got trade recently.
Did you?
So it's clean.
Was it good?
Halfway. But I already told you the tea.
Oh, okay. You know, so you nodded.
Now did you not?
Yeah, but so first up is Black Beret. So how do you feel about her look?
I feel like overall, from head to toe, fully realized it looked expensive, and I love the silhouette. I enjoyed it.
Same. From head to seam of the dress, I loved. I hated seeing those black heels under that dress.
You really looked at everything.
Absolutely. If the dress was like maybe 1.5 inches longer, you don't even have to wear heels. I mean, I still would have. But I just, for me, little me, if you have a white garment, your shoes should be white.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I loved the way, I almost said meatball. Sorry. I love the way Blackberry's body looked in that outfit.
Oh, that body was snatched.
And then the side of it was like corseted. It was gorgeous.
It was gorgeous.
It was so fucking pretty. I would have changed the heels, and I probably would have stoned my garment. Fully stoned. Fully. Because I love the overcoat, and then it's like, oh, okay, yay, she's Bride of Frankenstein, and then like, pow, then it's all just like kaleidoscope of colors because the AB stones off of the dress. I thought that would have been amazing.
But sometimes I feel like there's certain garments that don't really need.
True, I don't believe you always need stones.
For me, this one, I feel like it didn't need the stone.
It needed 1.5 inches more fabric.
It did, especially if you're gonna wear black heels, for sure. Now, if you would have had white heels, no issue. Yeah. But if you're wearing black heels, baby, I don't want to see them black heels.
But this fucking garment, you could not tell me that she was not born in this garment because it fit her like a glove, like a second skin.
Yes,
it was perfect.
Gorgeous. Whoever made that, kudos, because you did.
We'll put you down here.
Yeah, hopefully we find
it. It was great. Yeah, she said with a designer. We talked about this.
Okay, period. What I will say is that the only thing that I would ding her for is the fact that it is something that is regurgitated and it has been done by a lot of people, a lot of drag queens all over the world. It's something that, it's
classic.
It's a classic. But was it made absolutely correct and to the T? 100%.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
And for that,
I'm sorry. It was made. It was gorgeous. It is a classic monster, and I feel like that was the zhuzh she was going for.
Yeah, 100%.
And when it's done right, some of the simplest things can excel something that's done wrong.
Yeah, 100%.
In my opinion.
Me too. I agree.
And I feel like this was done 100% right. I do.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it 2 thumbs up.
This is great.
Yeah. And I think overall, like, I'm gonna speak overall. I really didn't expect her to be in maybe the top 3 for me. Not even the top 2 for me. But she ate.
Yeah.
She really did.
She ate.
I'm gonna say it. She really ate.
She said it from the beginning. I am here to win the crown. She put a package together for that, and it shows.
Yeah.
It showed 100%. So Blackberry gets 2 motherfucking thumbs from Kenny.
Good job. Next up, we have Throb Zombie, and for their glamour, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna be honest. I enjoyed it.
Throb is a great performer.
Great performer. The performance was great as well. I think what they did and what they were able to accomplish with the lip sync was effective. I like that it was grand. I like the grandness of the petals and the robe. You know, they got the reveal going on. They got the extra the gag that worked.
It worked.
It worked, but
it just took a whole season.
It did. But it was a little underwhelming.
I liked it. It was like a black rose. This is the Throb Zombie that walked in.
Yes.
This is the first pillar Throb did tonight. That was Throb Zombie.
100%.
All the branding is so important. You know what I mean? And I would have known who Throb's filth was. I would have known who Throb's horror was. But I would have known that this is Throb's glamour, because this is the Throb that I know.
To the T.
I get wanting to change it up. Let's change it up and do something cool. However, this is the finals. Stick to your motherfucking guns. Because this Throb is a Throb that got Throb to the end.
Yeah.
Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah.
And
this was the literally the last one was like, there they are.
Yes. Finally, there you're here. You are here. And for me, I just feel like when they took the big rose off, if I hit this motherfucking horn again, and it
it's so good. It's perky.
And it came like the black rose petals came off. I was like, oh, I wish it was something else under there. Like, this is motherfucking Dragula. Have some blood under there. Can you imagine how gagged everybody would have been if they went like this and it was just like a pool of blood just flew over them?
I would have lived.
Gagged.
And it's because
it's been done.
Yeah. It's been done. And it's been done.
It's been done right. And then even the person that redid it, which is Sasha Velour, let's just call it like it is, redid it. And it was even righter than what she did it the first time. So it's like, if you're gonna do something that somebody else did, elevate it.
Elevate it 100%.
Don't regurgitate it.
But
for me.
No, for me too. But overall, this was a pretty good glamour for Throb.
I loved it.
I loved it too. The only thing I would have to like ding or not agree with was the fact that it was all like a really dark black color, because it kind of muted it, or it kind of like, I don't want to say washed it out, but it kind of like,
maybe like it was different textures.
Yeah, different textures, because maybe it did have different textures, but you couldn't really see it because it was all like, when in the what we see on the screen was just black. It was just straight up just one color black. And like, I just don't like that. Just full black. I'm just kidding.
I destroy everything that I touch. But you know what? I will give Throb 2 for this.
I'm gonna give everything was executed
The stunts worked. The mug was right. The outfit was on.
The mug was right.
The outfit was right. I loved it. I did. I really did. So BOUview is next. So what do you think about her look?
For BOUview, I enjoyed it, but to be honest, I didn't expect her to wear something like that. And by that I mean that we've seen it this whole season. The bitch embellishes.
Oh, the house.
The house.
The house.
The house. No.
If she holding the can, it's gonna have some stones on it.
Period. And when she came out with this dress, which was a really cool dress, but the fact that it was just so plain with nothing on it, it kind of, I don't want to say it bothered me, but I was like, oh, work. And then, I don't know, like, I don't know, like, I don't see that as a it wasn't glamour.
Okay.
It didn't scream, it didn't shout, and it definitely didn't whisper glamour for me.
However, I really like this look.
It was a cool look.
I did.
I'm not. Little me. It wasn't a bad look. It wasn't a bad look at all. But when you get the brief of glamour, I thought Miss BOUview was gonna shut it down.
Yes.
But maybe obviously my interpretation of glamour is not her interpretation of glamour. And that's okay. And I like the direction that they were going for, but I just didn't.
You didn't get it.
I didn't get it.
I liked it. I did. I thought it was really soft. It looked like it was like velvet. I felt like it was really soft and really feminine, which is something that I believe BOUview is. 100, you know?
100.
And it was a moment during the lip sync where she spun around in a circle and then the tentacles like opened up. And then she did like the whole like pageant where they had to have the big gown and they sit down, and she did that. I was like,
that's glamour. Now that's glamour. That's giving pussy.
And then at first I thought, I was like, oh, this is cute. Okay, work. I don't know, like, cause you know how they show the little clips of them like doing their makeup and stuff. I was like, why did she spend that much time on her eyes if she's just wearing this? And then the mask came off. I was like,
no, this right here.
I loved it.
All this right here was.
I loved it. I feel like, little old me, that she was trying to give us something different. Like, let me not embellish everything. Let me embellish me.
Right. Oh, yeah.
You know?
I get that. But maybe it was just me and the expectations that she set forth the whole competition.
Yeah.
That when it came to this, I was like, oh. And I was just thinking of it in a way where, like, okay, when the final deliberation comes, you know, we all know in Dragula, you win, you get this whole pool of blood. I was just seeing it in that regard, like, oh, well,
sometimes if you win, you get a pool of blood.
Sometimes if you win. So in my head, I was like, oh, well, if she wins, she's gonna get this whole pool of blood and it's gonna look cool because she's a squid. And that's the way I was seeing it. But then I was like, no, that's not gonna happen. So I was like, no, this is her glamour look. So then I was like, oh, like, it's just the drag queen in me. When I think of glamour, and maybe you're in the same boat. But when I think of glamour, I think of, I want to see you sparkling. I want to see you glistening. I want to see you like. I want to see glamour.
She could have put some of the pearls on the dress.
Exactly.
Maybe some stones on the dress. Something that we've become accustomed to seeing from BOUview.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, if the bitch is holding a can in her outfit, the can is gonna be stone. She had stone money.
She had
her alien look.
She had.
So it's like, sis.
Yeah. So. It was a lot of dress to stone. Maybe she was like, you know what? Maybe it's better for me to not stone it at all. I get that.
I took it as soft, feminine cut.
I didn't get soft feminine cunt from an Ursula type dress.
Maybe it was Vanessa and not Ursula.
Well, Vanessa, whoever you are.
You don't know who Vanessa is?
No.
Have you seen Little Mermaid?
No.
Bitch. I even know who Vanessa.
I'm sorry. I'm straight.
La Sirena.
La Sirena.
La Serenanita.
That's my
Little Mermaid.
That's my doll name.
That's your Poussoir name?
La Sirena.
So ultimately, what do you give the Hulu?
Just because overall, the performance was pretty cute, and she delivered it, and she really utilized every movement and every flow and every inch of that dress. I'm gonna give it a thumb up. I expected something different from my interpretation of glamour, but overall, solid. And lastly, for the last category, we have Orc Gothic. And 100% not glamour for me.
Really?
I didn't get glamour.
I will say, once again, I feel like throughout the competition, Orgotic has always showed us the challenge through the lenses of him. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's what he did here. He wore a wig. He hasn't worn a wig all season. I'll give him brownie points for that. He painted a mug. He has not painted a mug the whole season. You know what I mean? I would have changed the wings that he had on. I would have sprayed them silver to be more cohesive to the look. You know what I mean? I liked it.
Yeah, I think for me overall, it just didn't give me glamour. Maybe I'm just looking at it from a narrow perspective of what I think glamour is, and maybe what I think glamour is in the United States, at least I'll say. But this was not glamour for me.
Okay.
For me.
And
every time I try my darnest to step into their world, and I have tried my hardest to do that, and I have. But for this one, I don't know. Give me some embellishment. Give me, maybe not in the embellishment that we might see it. Embellish it in the way that you might see it, Orgotic. But, you know, to me, it fell under the same category as arguably your promo look for me. It fell under the same umbrella for me.
So it gave you Club Kid then?
It gave me Club Kid. It really did.
But I also feel like, just, you know, playing the devil's advocate.
Go for it.
Excuse me. That is the realm that Orgotic comes from. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a catch-22. So if Orgotic came out there not looking like Orgotic, and it'd be like, oh my God, like, who the fuck is that? But the simple fact that he did is also like, what the fuck is that? So if he came out, like Throb came out the first two categories, then it'd be like, what's going on? This is not him. You know what I mean? He stayed true to his drag, straight true to his drag aesthetic, and this is glamour from his lens. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I know 100%. But
did I want to see it?
Did you want to see it?
I did. I enjoyed it.
I just didn't get glamour. Like, I'm sorry, I didn't get glamour. I don't know what, like, if you gotta go on live.
I feel like Orgotic's mind is a very dangerous place to be in. So
I mean, if you're gonna, because you might suffocate on some cellophane. That's the only way you might be like in danger.
So what do you ultimately give Orgotic? I'm gonna do one.
Sorry, it wasn't glamour.
Okay, but overall, the finale for me, I felt like these four characters, or excuse me, not characters. I feel like these four performers have set the bar so high for themselves that I wanted to be blown away. I wanted to be on the floor the whole time like this while I was watching. That's what I wanted to do.
100%. I wanted to be inspired. I wanted to, because you really got to think about it. They are setting the bar for not only the next monsters to come next season, but for the next generations of drag that are coming.
100%.
You know, they are really pushing the boundaries of where can drag go in the mainstream world, because we already have a giant that is setting the precedent of what drag is, but a certain type of drag. This is the underground of the underground of drag.
Yeah, it really is.
So now that it's becoming something that we are able to see through a $5 monthly subscription, you really gotta step your pussy up, especially in the finale. Like, you really gotta make us feel like when this episode is done, you really gotta be like, damn.
Yeah.
I really need to reevaluate. Like, when it comes to, at least for me, I don't be doing edgy stuff every time, but when it comes to Halloween, baby, I gotta set my pussy up.
Yeah.
Because of what I just saw right now.
I was whelmed. For
people that live and breathe alternative and crazy and out of this, like, things you don't see, you gotta inspire these people. You are coming into this platform to change and to like expand inspire and expand like the where drag can go, and if you're just kind of like here and not really like going in the finale, to me, you missed the mark for me. You know, that's to me. I'm not 100%, part of this alternative, but my upbringing in drag, it was very experimental. I feel like I wanted to be experimental and all of that, but I found my footing and I wanted to be a pretty girl, but, for you, like, you live and breathe this alternative and this grunge, this grit.
Yeah.
You do it with a finesse, and if you do get the opportunity to be in that finale, I know that you will go in.
Oh, girl.
No holds bar, like that type of level. And the fact that collectively a lot of them didn't really take me there was a bit disappointing for me. And the fact that Blackberry, out of a lot of people, was the one that really showed their pussy speaks volumes of what I feel like we were all collectively expecting. I don't know. Sound off. Let me know.
Sound off in the bottom.
Let me know.
But ultimately, the winner of Dragula season 5,
which
is,
we all can agree on,
Miss Nia Huluette.
Yeah.
Congrats, sis. We love you.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
I know it. We all know it.
I felt it.
You really are that bitch.
Neo has done things on this stage this season that has never been done.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
And has set the bar for whichever monster comes. Baby, you gotta.
This is the bar. You need to be here.
Period. Dead ass. On tonight. Mama.
So that was our show.
I
hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We did.
Yes, we did. I had a lot of fun. I love you, sister.
I love you too. It was fun.
Thank you for inviting me in.
Of course.
Now that Gia is gone.
Bye. You're in Las Vegas. You're not here.
I want to thank everyone here. Ivan, David, thank you so much for allowing me to be here, because BOUview has been going on for 6
years.
6 strong years. And I am just a happy replacement, like in the Bad Girls Club.
And we are campaigning to be the official review channel for Dragula. Sound off if you guys agree.
On Reddit, on Twitter, on Instagram,
on OnlyFans, on Christian Mingle, on Farmers Only.
Grindr.
We also want to thank our sister Diva for opening up her studio for us to have an interim studio.
Yes.
All of our tags will be here. The nails tags will be here. Slay Fire glitter will be on the thing.
But look, listen, most importantly, I feel like most important, and we don't stress it enough, but we're going to stress it at the end. Please, 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 please tell your friends, tell your family members that love drag.
Even if they don't love
Even if they don't love drag. Please let them know to subscribe to our channel. It's free. It will help us a lot. Let's increase our followers, because I know a lot of you bitches be following and viewing this fucking episode.
I know a lot of people watch it and don't follow.
So please subscribe wherever.
Subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, wherever the fuck it is. Comment. I read them all.
Me too.
And sometimes I got time to argue with y'all, but like the other person that said I don't let nobody talk, I answered you and you didn't say nothing else.
But
I'm waiting.
We're always ready to talk.
Always.
But we love you.
Thank you guys and Happy New Year.
We'll see you next BOUview. Or maybe something extra spicy. Maybe a podcast.
Maybe a podcast talking shit with Kendra and Mayday. Who knows?
OnlyFans.
Maybe an OnlyFans with Ivan opening up his butthole for everybody in the city.
Fuck you.
And Kendra's Cheerio. Cheerio.
Oh, even.
Cheerio.
Bye.